What's going on, y'all? How are you doing today? I hope you're doing fantastic. And in today's video, we're taking a look at Super Shadow from the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie by Jakks Pacific. Let's get into it. DudeRetro Toy Reviews. Now let's take a look at the packaging. Now the card back is the same as the rest of the figures that are in this line. You do have a big clear bubble so you can easily see the figure. And as you see, he does not come with any accessories. The back is the same as the rest of the line as well. You see a shot of the figure, 22 points of articulation, and at the bottom you see the other figures that are in this wave. Now with that out of the way, let's go ahead and open them up and let's check them out. Alright, and here is Shadow out of the packaging. And this is looking fantastic. I love the way he looks. He looks really cool. Do see some paint app issues there. But other than that, I think everything else looks pretty good on him. I'm not seeing too many issues with paint being where it's not supposed to. At least not seeing it right now. Everything looks like it's looking pretty good on him, but I love the detail. I love the detail of this figure. I love the glassy eye that's been on all of the figures from Jakks Pacific. I love the detail in the fur here. I love the paint. I've always loved the way Super Shadow looks. Like he's a little bit more like a pale or kind of like a gold color rather than Super Sonic where he's just yellow. So he's got a little bit of a different color to him, and I've always loved the way it looked ever since Sonic Adventure 2. Like, he looks so freaking cool. All the way down to the shoes. And this figure was really hard for me to track down. I have been looking all over the place for this figure, and I have not been able to find it in store whatsoever. I've luckily been able to snag one online. I got it from Target, and I was able to order it online as soon as it went back in stock. But man, this figure was hard to track down. So I am so glad I finally have him and I could put him on the shelf and add to my collection because he is the last one that I wanted for the Sonic 3 figures. I don't really care for having like Robotnik or Gerald Robotnik. I don't really care for having them. So having Super Shadow, he was the last one that I really wanted, so I can finally add him to my shelf. So I am really glad about that. But with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the articulation with this figure. So the head here looks up that high, looks down that much. It's got some head tilt, and the head does spin all the way around. And then the arm here goes up. There is a butterfly joint. There is a bicep swivel. In the elbow here, there's a nice range of movement. So you're definitely getting a more than 90-degree bend out of that elbow. There is a swivel in the wrist. There is a bend at the wrist, so it goes in and out just like that. There's articulation in the fingers. There's ab articulation, so it does swivel at the waist, and there is a little bit of a crunch. Doesn't crunch forward, but it goes back more than forward. So you're not getting too much out of the waist. It's mostly there just for that swivel. And then the articulation in the leg here, the leg kicks forward that much, kicks back that far. It kind of goes off to the side a little bit, but not too much, I guess. And if you can see right there, it is on a ball joint. That's how the joint is right there for the leg where it connects to the hip. There is thigh cut. In the knee right here, there is a good bend at the knee. So you're getting further than 90. Really, really good. There is a swivel right here at that knee joint. The foot goes down, goes up about that high. There is some really nice ankle pivot, and that is it for the articulation pretty much. And if you're wondering if there's any differences between this body and the regular Shadow, let me get him over here. So it looks like he is pretty much the same. He is the same exact figure. I think even down to the smirk is pretty much the same. So I think it is the exact same sculpt, honestly. I'm not seeing any differences at all. because his spikes do not change when he goes super. So it's just the same figure, but there is one thing that is a little different, and it is right here. If you can see the neck. The neck on this one, the Super Shadow, is longer than the one right here on the regular Shadow. And I don't know why that is. It's just slightly longer. Just a little bit longer. And it's the same for the Super Sonic and the regular Sonic. The regular Sonic, for some reason, his neck isn't as long, but the Super Sonic version, the neck is a little bit longer. So that is interesting. The neck is longer, but don't know why. For some reason, their neck stretches when they go super, I guess. And another thing that I wanted to point out, because it has been driving me crazy just trying to get this figure to actually stand up straight, is right here. The legs are different lengths. This leg is slightly longer than this one for some reason. Like if you look right here, standing up, this one here, the cut for the thigh is up higher, but the leg is longer. Like this foot isn't even touching the table really. Like it's just hovering. So for some reason, they're different lengths, and it's driving me crazy because I've been trying to get him to really like stand up straight, and he's always at like a slight angle, and I can't get him to stand straight, and it's driving me nuts. But yeah, I do want to show that. That is one nitpick that I do have, is the fact that the legs are different lengths, so they're not completely identical to each other. But yeah, that is probably the one main complaint that I have with this, is the fact that the legs are different lengths. All right, and here we are at the size comparison. So we're going to go ahead and bring out that measuring tape, see how tall this figure is. And he is standing just under 5.5 inches tall. We already brought him out earlier, but I do want to bring in the regular Shadow so you can see the regular Shadow next to Super Shadow here. And of course, we got to compare him to another Super. Here is Super Sonic from the Sonic 3 movie line. Let's go ahead and move him out of the way now. And for another Jack specific figure, here is Mario from the Super Mario Brothers movie. Let's take Mario out. There he is next to a 6-inch scale figure, and this is the Ryu Power Ranger from the Lightning Collection line by Hasbro. Let's take him out. And for the last super figure I wanted to bring in, here is Vegeta from the Imagination Works line. He is a lot taller than a regular SH Figuarts figure, and I feel like this line really looks good with these Jack specific Sonic figures, because I feel like the scale is a little more accurate rather than if you were to have these next to your SH Figuarts. I feel like this scales a lot better. And so I love seeing Super Vegeta with Super Sonic and Super Shadow here. This looks fantastic. And so that is it for my review of Super Shadow by Jack Specific for the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie. This figure is really cool. I love the detail in it. I love the way he looks. It does have that one little paint issue on the spike, but that's not a big deal. And one of the legs is slightly longer than the other, so while that is annoying, it's not a deal breaker for me. He still has great articulation, and I love that glassy eye. I love all the sculpted detail, and I just love the paint on this. So in my opinion, this is a great figure. This figure is extremely hard to find. I have not been able to find him at all in store, but if there is a website that has them in stock, I will have that link down in the description below, so be sure to check that out. If there is no links down there, it's because I can't find anywhere online that has them. And so that is it for my review. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I'm DudeRetro, and I'll see y'all next time.